Congratulations. The fact that you came to this video really reveals how much you are aware about yourself and how much you want to improve and grow as a person. Getting over limerence is definitely not easy, and it never has been. I have been through it, and I can tell you, even though I feel that I'm over it, yet sometimes it hits me back. It hits like in the middle of the day, as if, a gunshot hitting you, a bullet trying to pierce through your skin, and it hits hard. But you know what? With practice, you can overcome that. With practice, you can decide to get a hold of yourself and to take your power back and to shield yourself from its attacks. So let's get back to the basics. First, what is limerence? Limerence is also known as obsession. Obsession over somebody. It could be your ex, somebody you think is your soulmate, your twin flame, somebody you think you're meant to be with, somebody you think is your ideal person. And the truth is, with limerence, you just think that they are your soulmate, or that they are your twin flame, or they are somebody you're meant to be with. It's just your thought. It's a belief which is not true, which doesn't represent the reality. It is just a belief which doesn't represent your reality. And you can overcome that. You know how? By reinforcing the beliefs that you're meant for somebody better. And I'll help you. This video is meant to help you overcome that. So, now that we know what limerence is, let's understand how we limerate and why we limerate. First of all, why do we limerate? The most basic response to this would be that you believe this person can give you what you want. Okay, you definitely think that this person matches your ideals, your standards, and this person may be your ideal person. I mean, in terms of romance. You just believe that. And you think that without this person, you wouldn't be able to live. You wouldn't be able to survive. Without this person, you cannot exist in your life. And that's another reason for this is you have maybe been grown up in a toxic household. You grew up in a toxic household where people didn't treat you correctly. And maybe this person, he or she treated you well once or twice, just gave you the bare minimums, and you felt like they were everything for you. They did everything for you and they are the best because, with limerence, a person does one good thing or two good things and your mind just puts up these illusions of your standards or your idols to fill the space where you know nothing about them. So you know that this person can do one or two tasks for you, but then you don't know about their behavior with elders, with kids, their patience levels. You don't know how they tackle life situations, how they tackle their problems. So what your mind does in these scenarios is that it just puts up these illusions to fill up these things that you don't know. Illusions, for example, if I don't know whether a person is patient or not, my mind will go like, no, this person is very patient. No, you see, they did one good thing. What do you think? They are not a good person? They are a good person. Your mind lies to you, and you keep on believing and believing on that lie. You keep on believing it no matter what. And a even more deeper cause and reason why your mind does this is because you want stability in life. You grew up in a toxic place, you grew up with people you didn't like, or maybe you had real bad examples of adults around you. And so when you found this one person with maybe one or two good qualities, your mind was like, no, we gotta get a hold of this adult because we want stability, we want to feel safe, we want to be with this person. Otherwise, where are we going to find such a kind and good human being? Right? So, it all comes down to the feeling of being safe. And one more fact that I'm going to state here is that usually, almost 90% of times, it's girls who limerate on boys. It's girls who have been through toxic households, who grew up in toxic households, around toxic people, around real bad male figures, around real bad, girls who have daddy issues. They limerate a lot, and they cannot let go of this one person. And one more reason why you are still liberating on this person is because maybe you found this person good. Okay, you liked one or two qualities, fine. But then afterwards in your life, you never met anybody who was at a similar level to this person when it comes to your standards. So this person, let's say this person matched 70% of your standards, and then you maybe weren't able to talk to this person and you moved on with your life, but you never ever found a person who matched 70% of your standards like that one. Maybe they reached 50, 30, like, I mean, in those ranges, people were able to reach your standards, but it was never ever even equal to or more than 70. So now you think that, oh, like great men or great women are so less in this world. Like, where am I going to find my one? Like, I should try and get back to this person I met earlier and maybe say I'm sorry, because even if they did XYZ wrong things, they were still better than a lot of people out there. Okay, so this is one cause. Now, this is why we do it and getting to how we do it. So, some real signs of limerence are, so one thing is very common. This person is always at the back of your head. It's like a constant thinking loop that just goes on and on and on, and you cannot turn it off. You badly want to turn it off, but you cannot get a hold of that thing. You're like, oh my god, why is this repeating in my head so much? But you cannot get a hold of it. Second thing is when you are doing something in your house, maybe cooking, and your mind is again wandering to that direction, to that person, and thinking what they might be doing. Oh, what this person, yeah. One big sign is more than what they are doing now, your mind would be like, oh, what if this person was here right here in this kitchen right now with me and I was cooking, so how would they behave? How would I want them to behave? And all of this stuff. So just remember, one difference between thinking, just normal thinking, and limerence is that limerence is obsessive, it's repetitive, and it's like a loop you cannot stop, you cannot get a hold of, and it goes on in your head 24/7. And for normal thinking, usually it's like you just think about this person one or two times and then it's over, it's gone. And you even have a hold of it. You can stop it if you want to, but limerence is totally different. And also normal thinking or manifesting, trying to manifest in your head. So if you're just thinking how you want a romantic partner to behave with you, not a specific person, but your future romantic partner, your future husband or wife, your spouse, then that's normal. But thinking about a specific person obsessively is not normal. Now, one more sign of limerence is that whatever they said or they say, you just remember it really well. Just remember it so well in your head that it's almost inscribed. And let's say, for example, this person says that they live near a so-called town, and then when you go visit this town, your mind suddenly, out of nowhere, gets even more triggered and starts obsessing even more than usual. And it's almost like, oh, this person's here. Oh, maybe I can find this person here. Maybe in this area. Like, this is a thing. Even when you get over limerence, it can be triggered by going to certain places like this, where places that were mentioned in your conversations, places that this person told you he or she might be available at. Okay. And other than that, with limerence, you want to be with this person so desperately, so damn desperately, that you can even change yourself or even neglect your own feelings, emotions, your own wants and needs for this person. You just want to be with them so damn desperately that you just want to neglect yourself. It's like a desperation to be with this specific person, and it's bad. We all know that. But I'm not saying that you are bad, or like, this is a huge disclaimer. I'm not saying that because you're liberating, you're bad or you're dumb or anything like that. No, not at all. In fact, I'm really proud of you for coming to this video and listening to it till now. And I'd really encourage you to listen to this video till the end, because it's going to help you a lot. So, and I feel you. I know how tough it is. I know people may not know what you're going through in your head, because it's not visible, it's not something physical, it's totally mental, and it's very tough, and it's annoying and distracting even, and you cannot focus on things, and sometimes you feel like maybe you have OCD or ADHD or something like that, some kind of a mental disorder. But no, just know that your needs weren't met as a child. It could be emotional needs, it could be the feeling of being safe, whatever it was. You can go deep into yourself and find which need was unmet in you as a child. And you can try and fulfill that. That is going to help you. But you can only do that in the later phases once you try to quieten the voice. So, how do you quieten this limerence voice in your head? Okay. Again, one more disclaimer before I get forward. You will need a lot of practice, a lot of dedication to get over this stuff, to get over this voice, because just know that getting limerent also took some effort from you. Maybe you were not conscious about it at that time, so you gave in. And getting limerent on somebody was a process as well, and it took time, and it was all mental, but it took your energy and your efforts. Now, to get out of it, you'll need energy, time, and efforts as well. It's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to suddenly be gone miraculously. You will have to put in the efforts day by day, and the voice is going to get quieter and quieter and quieter till it's gone. Till it's gone. Okay. So, first step, make an intention to get out of limerence. Just you realize the pattern. You realize that you are getting limerent on people and places, and sometimes it's not places but just people, and sometimes it's like you're not getting limerent on one person, but then when this one person is out of your life or wherever you're not in touch with them, then you find another person to get limerent on, and so on and so forth. People say it's love, that's why it's going on right at the back of your mind, but no, it's wrong. It's totally wrong. I'm going to get to what love is later in this video, but currently let's stay focused. Also, one more thing that I would like to add about limerence is that you should really try and watch out for patterns when it comes to falling in love, quote unquote, falling in love with people or liking certain people, because a lot of times our brains and our bodies are wired such that we always go for familiarity rather than for what's right for us. So, for example, if you grew up in a household where it was normal for your parents to be emotionally unavailable, then there would be a high chance that you would fall for people who are emotionally unavailable as well. Things would be such that they wouldn't be consistent with their love, with what they feel about you. They wouldn't be sure of their feelings. They wouldn't be able to express their feelings well. They wouldn't be able to, more than expressing, they wouldn't even be able to accept their feelings. So these are some signs, although I would definitely say that you know that it's limerence and not real love when you do not feel safe, when you are constantly on this high and low. It's that dopamine rush that you just, an adrenaline rush that you crave so much that this person gives you, and you are never at peace. You never feel okay, you never feel safe, you never feel worthy. That is a sign of limerence. And more than anything else, this person is just not present. It's just the idea of this person that you like. And one more big sister advice that I would like to add here is that if you really, really want to get over this person, okay, so doing with first step is done. You set the intention, now you know where you're headed towards. Now, second thing, whenever that voice in your head comes up which says, oh, this person's so great, he just held the door open for me. Oh, this person's so great, he just shared his lunch with me. Oh, this person's so great, he just did XYZ thing for me. He's not great, girl. He's not great. He just decided to be kind in that very moment. We don't know why, though, and we don't want to make assumptions for the why at this moment. Maybe if you really want to know this person, just talk to them. But do not make assumptions in your head. That is where you just fall short of your weapons and you fall to limerence. You need to have your shields and weapons ready. So every time that voice in your head goes, oh, he's so good, he's so great, he just did XYZ thing for me, he did this, he did that. Okay, he's a good human being. Maybe he's a kind being. Maybe no, he doesn't like you yet. We don't know. And even if he likes you, just have your standards set straight. Have your standards set in stone. You want what you want. Your standards are not attached to a specific person. Attaching them to a specific person is what makes you want to control them and makes you so desperate. But do not attach them to a specific person. You have your standards and you have you, and that's it. If a person falls short of matching your standards, I'm sorry, girl, just leave him. Leave him for good. And you know what? You have you. Now, of course, it's about setting standards and getting to know yourself more. So, spend more time with yourself, maybe journal, paint, draw, go out in nature. If you're not able to focus, grounding exercises are really good. But yes, if you're limiting so much, like sitting in meditation wouldn't help you. I would say go to a nature park, be around birds, animals, around nature in general, where you can be at peace, where you actually feel safe and grounded, where you feel calm, where you can collect your thoughts, where you can reflect on things. Yes, be in nature and make it a habit to be in nature. Then journaling, as I said, yes, also go on walks, exercise, do yoga, dance. Yes, dancing can really help. I mean, usually a lot of girls like to dance. I'm not shaming you if you are a girl and you don't like to dance, it's fine, but a huge majority of girls like to dance, so dancing can really help. Once you have your standards set, once you get to know yourself, you set your standards. You understand what you like and what you don't like, what you can accept, what you can't accept. So just make a list of things. And actually, even before that, if you want, you can just go and make a whole freaking, I mean, take maybe 1 year out of your life, or maybe 6 months, something like that, and you don't date at all. You just be with your girlfriends, you be around your tribe, your people. You have, I mean, even if you don't have your friends, you can still talk to strangers, talk to people, and live in general. This way, you can decenter men. Actually, decentering men is also a huge thing when it comes to limerence, because a lot of us don't realize how much we as girls and as women are conditioned to believe that we need men in our lives to feel good, which is such a wrong notion. I mean, I get it that it's our innate desire to be in a romantic relationship and to be with, to be with a man in the form of a romantic relationship. But that doesn't mean that we become so hyper vigilant, I would say, that we keep on looking for men at each and every moment that we spend on this earth. Men who could treat us well, men who could like us, whatever. So yeah, like, think the creator 𝘼𝙐𝙊 has a whole video about decentering men, which you can watch. And if I ever get the time and wisdom to create the video on that topic, I will definitely create it. But currently, I don't have any kind of video on that topic on my channel. So, decentering men is also a huge step. So, take a break from dating, from situationships, from anything like that, and just focus on yourself and focus on creating real connections. Focus on that. And your limerence gets stronger every time you do not take care of yourself. You do not see yourself. You neglect yourself. You do not understand yourself. That is when limerence gets stronger each time. So just take it as a sign, a signal towards your own emotional growth and towards your own self-care and self-love whenever limerence tries to creep back in. Other than decentering men, I would also say find a purpose, find a career, find a passion, start creating things in your life, so that all of that energy that you send to this person so much by obsessively thinking about them is directed towards something else, is directed towards the right thing. So as you get to know yourself more and more, you can understand yourself, and this way you can find your purpose, your passion. And something that I would like to mention about finding a purpose, finding a passion, is that you don't have to overthink so much. You don't have to go on these huge hunts. You don't have to do a lot of things. Just sit down, Just think, what do you like to do that can bring you money? And just start doing that. Find ways to do that. Uh, and plan out your days. You know, when it comes to balancing out your life, and because you are pouring all of your energy back into yourself and your life, I really want you to plan out your days with, okay, I wake up in the morning, I give 1 hour to I give 1 hour to having breakfast, getting ready, getting prepared, praying, whatever. Yes, and praying. Praying really helps a lot. Like, just pray to the universe, the God, Allah, Bhagwan, whoever you believe in, whoever you think is a higher energy, just pray to them and pray to them and tell them that you want to get out of this. Tell them you want a way to get out of this. And I tell you, when you pray, when you ask the superior, the higher power for help, for signs, they will send you one. They will. They will send you help. They will help you out in your life. So pray, journal, meditation does help. So I would ask you to really do cord cutting meditations. Cord cutting meditations help you like nothing else. I bet doing cord cutting meditation for limerence helped me like nothing else. I was so fed up of liberating on somebody, and I did not even like this person after a certain point. And actually, it was like I knew that we are not compatible, but yet I was there, moment by moment, liberating on this person. And then it hit me that I have to do cord cutting meditation. It helped me like nothing else. You might have to do cord cutting meditations daily, or maybe even twice or thrice a day, but I bet when you see the results, they are going to be amazing as hell. So I want you to do that as well, doing cord cutting meditations. And another kind of meditation is meditation that brings your energy back, that brings your power back to you. And one more thing that I would like to really mention here is that, girl, stop watching those tarot readings. I know you watch tarot readings about love, and no, they do not help you at all. No, no, they are not. I mean, they are for the creator. It's good that they are earning money and spreading the messages that they get. It's good for them. But for you, I mean, you're literally liberating, and you do not even know if that message is meant for you or not. And at this point, when you know you're liberating and it's totally and fully unhealthy for you, you have to stop watching those tarot readings for a fact. Like, stop watching those. Because I'll tell you, for a real relationship to work, you do not need tarot readings. You need clarity, you need honesty, you need communication, and you need loyalty. Those are four basic pillars of a relationship to work. And when you have things like honesty, communication, clarity, and loyalty, no, you do not need some tools like those to help you understand what's going on here. You do not. So just know that those tarot readings, I mean, try to avoid them at this point when you're trying to overcome limerence. Stop that. And coming to our next point, with planning out your days, I do not mean you're going to study or work all day, every day. No. I want you to maybe spare 1 hour. And if you have a very, very busy schedule, at least you can spare 15 minutes out of your day for yourself. Just sit with yourself. You ask yourself what's really wrong, and you console yourself. You make yourself feel validated, feel seen, heard, listened. So I'll give you an example here because we do not work without examples. Okay, so let's say you are sitting there with yourself, the 15 minutes self listening time, I'd say, and your inner child tells you that, oh, I feel very unlovable because, and you ask yourself, you ask the inner child why, and she tells you, oh, because I felt like I was not heard in those scenarios. I was not heard by my parents because I felt like I was not seen. And you realize that it's true. So if emotions resurface in that very moment, for example, anger or sadness, and you feel like crying, then cry. If you feel like screaming, then scream into a pillow. And if nobody's around you, and if you think nobody's going to be minded by your screaming, then you can scream out loud. And if you do not want to scream, then you can just take a pillow and punch it and throw it away. So instead of breaking things, you're actually channeling that anger into punching and throwing it. You can even write down your feelings through journaling or writing poems. People, they write about things that broke them and earn millions. People write the feelings that took them down the depressive spiral, and they earn millions. And you can do it too. You can even use that energy to create things like books, podcasts. You can use that energy to create music or to do what you want. You can even do crochet because crocheters are earning a lot these days. Yeah, we are talking about money here because money is what is going to keep you stable in life. And as we talked earlier, with Limerence shows that you feel unsafe and unstable in life. So because you want stability, financial stability is a part of it. What we are doing here while sitting for the 15 minutes is known as emotional stability, bringing emotional intimacy with yourself, bringing emotional stability, trying to understand yourself, trying to see yourself. And bringing financial stability starts with creating things, bringing them in front of people. Then just sit for a while, breathe in and out. If you have met this person recently, then you'd be able to spot out a few things that already gave you the red flags. And if not, then try and reach out to this person. In the sense, try to talk to them online once or twice, or maybe try and meet up with them once. And you will get their vibe. You will understand why is it so that you are liberating on this person rather than, actually feeling the love that you think they have for you. So, write every single thing down about that person that you just realized right now, because so far your mind was idealizing them so much that you weren't able to see the reality. But now that you have seen the reality and realized it, I want you to write it down on a piece of paper so that you can remind yourself of that, of the facts, of the truth, and so that you are able to move forward in your life. Now, something that I said earlier that I'll talk about in this video is you always limerate on somebody whom you did not know well, whom you did not talk with much, whom you never saw in real life, and even if you saw them, it was years ago and it was just a brief time with them. And so now your mind is liberating on them, thinking that they are the same. But let me tell you, as time changes, people change. And so do they, and so do you. So stop liberating. I mean, I wouldn't say stop liberating because that seems like such a rude term, considering how tough it is to face that. But I would say they, at this point, do not deserve your energy. Because what you think in your mind is not the reality, it's just an illusion. Limerence is nothing but an illusion. And now, let me tell you, limerence is always with a person who gave you an adrenaline rush, who gave you the highs and lows, who would sometimes be cold and then sometimes be very warm with you in terms of their behavior, their words, and their actions. So that is a huge thing that causes limerence. And thirdly, brings limerence is like attaching to something that isn't real. Because let me tell you, everybody has flaws, and every couple is at least 2 to 5% incompatible with each other. No matter how well they blend together, there is this minimum 2 to 5% of incompatibility. And ignoring this, but with limerence, you are you just believe that you have 100% compatibility, which is totally and fully wrong. And if this person maybe showed you all the time that you are 100% compatible, like whenever you talked with them, it's probably because they are faking it. They are faking their identity. Like, and specifically with when you're talking with people online, it's very risky because yes, if you have these emotional issues and attachment issues, you are going to limerate on them, and faking things is so easy online these days. So yeah, to avoid limerence in the future, just make sure that you meet whoever you're dating regularly. You meet them every once in a while. Even if you both have busy schedules, you can meet like every 2 weeks at least, or every month. Excuse me. So every 3 to 4 months. But you just have to know your limits, those time limits where you can control your limerence before it comes back again. Say for example, if your limerence comes back again after 2 months, then you will have to schedule a meeting with this person every 2 months. I mean, that's the max you can stretch. Now, if you can go on for 4 months, say, and you guys have meetups every 2 months, then that's a good thing to go. I mean, fine. But just make sure that your time frame of stretching is something that matches with your meetup schedules. Otherwise, you're going to fall back into that loop again. Now, Real love would never make you feel like you are not enough. Real love would never want you to bend things in, bend not things, but change things about yourself, that you lose your identity, you lose your individuality. Real love is not something that would give you the highs and lows. Real love feels safe. Real love is slow. Real love is something normal. And real love would never ever give you that excitement thing or that fear thing, those feelings where you feel excited and then fearful and scared, all because of the same person. It's never real love. Real love would give you stability, would make you feel seen, heard, understood, validated, and more than anything else, real love makes you feel safe. Safe to be yourself, safe to be in your authenticity, safe to be your individual person. Somebody who truly, truly loves you would like you no matter what, no matter if you wore the ugliest of clothes, no matter if you felt really, really ugly, no matter if they see your biggest insecurity, they love that as well because it's about you. It's you who owns that thing. They love you no matter what. Real love is totally and fully different from limerence. And let me tell you, if a person ever told you that you were too sensitive, or you asked for too much, or you asked too many questions, or you were basically too much to handle, then this person doesn't love you at all. Just know that. And and no matter what, even if you are currently liberating on somebody, and this somebody is a person who doesn't want to talk to you at this very moment, or even if this person talks to you, this person doesn't treat you well, then it's high time you leave this person. You leave them and walk away. Even if you have yet not um, secured your attachment styles or your emotional issues, or even if you have yet not got over limerence, I would still highly, highly want you to walk away from that person and from that situation, whatever it is. Try to get out of it. And if it's online, all of this stuff is online, then just block this person, delete their number, unfollow them, do whatever you want, maintain distance. And if this person tries to send you a request again on Instagram, then do not accept the request. And if it gets too annoying, just block this person. And if you are in real life with this person, then just end things with them. I mean, first of all, if you're liberating, I don't think you'll be in a relationship with this person majority of the times. But if you see this person quite a lot, then try to ignore them as much as possible. Try to limit conversations as much as possible with this person. And do not pay attention to what this person is doing, what this person is up to, whom they are dating, whom they are not, and what they are doing in their lives. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters now. All that matters is you and you alone. It's you who is going to save yourself. It's you who's going to change your life. It's you who's going to make yourself feel safe, heard, and validated. It's you who's going to make your inner child feel happy. So do not think that somebody else is going to do that. I mean, somebody else doing that would just be additional thing in your life, but your core your pace should be about you doing it for you. You taking care of your career, you doing your own work, your job, your career, so that you earn money and you having your finances really strong, and you taking yourself out on dates, on to places where you would like to go, you taking yourself to try different types of food if you like that, you taking yourself out to visit new places if you like that, going for shopping, trying different kinds of clothes, dressing up, whatever it is. It is you for you and you against you. I'm not saying that follow all of these steps in one day and just see how you get over limerence. No, I'm repeating. And it's totally okay to make mistakes, totally okay to be in that place. It's totally okay to be naive and innocent and unsure of what you are feeling and unsure of yourself. It's totally okay to do that, and it's a part of life. You are a learner just like everybody else is on this planet Earth, and we are all constantly learning. And I'm so proud of you for being able to watch this video till now, and for being able to grasp the things, and for being willing to change yourself and change your life for the better. You know what? You're going to make it. It's just a fact. Saying my words again till it gets to the mind of this video's audience. Limerence takes time, so take one step at a time and you'll be fine. It will take time, but you'll be fine. You'll do great. You'll come out of this. I bet you the fact that you realized that you are in fact liberating on somebody and you realize the pattern is such a huge thing. You are meant for greatness and you'll do great and you can come out of this. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.